Yesterday we were doing the chapter subject verb agreement. Okay, let us continue that. Yesterday we read about some rules to use the correct verb with the subject. Let's continue that. Next part is nouns plural in form but singular in meaning. Some nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning take a singular verb. These include the names of various branches of learning and the names of diseases. For example, mathematics, economics, measles. Mathematics is a difficult subject to master. Economics is an interesting subject. Measles is a disease most children experience. Now these words you can see, mathematics, economics and measles. These seem to be plural, but actually these are singular nouns. And we can take up some more example like physics, news. These words also, they seem plural, but actually these are singular. Next point is, when a plural noun is the name of a book or country, it takes a singular verb. Like this is the name of the book, The Arabian Nights. This Nights word is plural in form, but actually this is the name of one book, is still popular. The United States has signed a trade agreement with India. United States is one country, not many countries. This is only one. Next point is, when a plural noun denotes some specific quantity or amount considered as a whole, it takes a singular verb. For example, 500 years. We are taking it as singular verb, singular noun. Is a, that's why we are using here is, a long time. 300 rupees is, this is not R. Okay, 20 kilometers is a long distance to walk. One more important point regarding this, fractions take a plural verb if the reference is to number, but they take a singular verb if the reference is to amount or quantity. Like 2/3 of the clothes in the closet are mine. Here this is countable noun, that's why we are using here are, plural. Okay, 2/5 of his free time. Now this is uncountable, free time, that's why we are using here singular verb. In last point we read about the nouns plural in form but singular in meaning, but in this point we will see nouns singular in form but plural in meaning. Nouns which are singular in form but plural in meaning take a plural verb. For example, people. People means not one person, so many persons. Okay, but it seems singular noun, but actually it is plural noun, that's why we are using here are for plural verb. The police have nabbed the culprit. Police means not only one policeman but so many are together, that's why we are using here have. Cattle. Cattle means not only one but many, so we are using here were. Next point is class noun, means there are nouns which represent the whole class. Class nouns such as food, clothing, furniture, crockery, cutlery, stationery are singular and take a singular verb. Okay, the furniture in this apartment is brought from a shop in London. The stationery sold here is made of recycled paper. Next point is a pair of. There are so many things which we always use in pair, like a pair of shoes, a pair of trousers, a pair of scissors, etc. are treated as singular. Okay, children generally make mistake here, like they used to speak trouser or scissor. Okay, it's never trouser, it's always trousers. and scissors. Scissor has another meaning. Scissor is a verb. It means cut, to cut, and scissors means an instrument used for cutting. So scissor and scissors have different meaning. If we are using this word scissors, it means you are talking about the instrument used for cutting. Look at the example here. A pair of cotton trousers is in the cupboard. This pair of scissors belongs to me. We consider them as singular nouns. However, if we omit the words a pair of and merely use the plural word, it takes a plural verb. If we omit this pair word, okay, if we are using the word so many scissors, fine, then we will use plural verb here. These scissors belonged to me. These cotton trousers are very fashionable, because here we are talking about not only one but many. Next point is collective noun. Collective nouns, crowd, group, army, committee, jury, assembly, herd, etc. take a singular verb when considered as a whole, or when all the members of a collective noun are performing an action as a unit. We always consider these words as singular. We used to take them as one unit, like the jury has agreed to our proposal. A flock of sheep was grazing in the field. We are using here singular verbs. But here is one difference, that when we do not think of the group as a whole but of its members individually, we are talking about the members of that group individually, a plural verb is needed. The jury are divided in their opinion. Here we are talking about the members of that jury. A flock of sheep were straying all over the road. Now here we are considering it as plural. Our last point is relative pronouns as subjects. When the subject of a verb is a relative pronoun, the verb agrees with the antecedent of the relative. For example, I, who am your mother, should have been consulted. Next, I am the person who has always helped you in times of distress. This is one of the best albums that you have been released this year. Now look at the verb here. Here we have the verb am, okay, and I is the subject to this verb. Fine, that's why we are using am with I, because I is the subject to this verb. Next here, I am the person who has. Now what is the subject to this verb? We are using this has verb for person, okay, it is related to this subject. That's why this is singular. We are using here has. Next is, this is one of the best albums that have been. Have here is the verb to this subject. Albums. This is plural in form, so we are using here plural verb. So that's all about this chapter, subject verb concord. Thank you so much.